puck in the net consistently, it's got to help your club, and you're right, they have got to shut him down.
Baltimore starting it out with Tom O'Regan at center. Dave Simpson on the right side, Troy Loney on the left wing. Wally Weir and Greg Hotham back on defense. Puck dropped, we're underway down period number 1 from the Civic Center. As O'Regan won that face-off from Pierre LaRouche. Here the Jacks trying to poke it into the Bears zone, and now they do so in behind the goal. And Hextall is going to set it up there. Now he's going to clear it up around the near board for Flo Robidoux, who was out for a while with an injury, back in the Bears lineup. Puck squirts out to Hal Hill on the right wing at center. And he couldn't get to the puck, and it's tapped right back into the Hershey zone. Back after it quickly, Mike Stothers, and O'Regan trying to come in. We'll forecheck in the Bears' end, but we have a whistle here and a 2-line pass being called. And now they're going to say icing called here against the Skipjacks. We're going to bring the face-off now back in the Baltimore zone and face it off in the right wing circle. Don Knockbauer on the ice now for the face-off. And they're moving in. Puck drop. It'll come to Wally Weir. He'll skate behind his own net and wait to start the rush for Baltimore. And Weir pass on the mighty to Lamoureux up on the left wing to DeFazio, but a good play by Steve Seguin took it away. And now they're going to clear it back in deep in the Hershey end. Hotham couldn't get to the right point to hold the puck in. He's got the puck, though, back in the neutral zone. Spinning away from Knockbauer. Now to Lamoureux, and he'll drive it on in. Right wing corner, Hershey end. Here's a shot from the right wing boards by Belanger, kicked out by Hextall. Now it's back at the right point. Hotham shot toward the goal, tipped wide of the net there by Belanger. Now it's loose in the left wing corner. To the line, not out. Belanger holding it in at the left point. He'll take the drive, and Hextall going to block on that to stop it and block it away. Now on the far boards, DeFazio knocked down there, no penalty. And the Bears quickly breaking onto their own end. Here's Steve Seguin with a puck. Trying to get around Wally Weir. He gets the puck in the right wing circle now. Now a wrist run toward the net. It's wide of the goal. At the left point, kept in by Darryl Stanley. Going to shoot it in behind the goal. Knockbauer with a puck. Here's Knockbauer. Sends it out left point. Stanley a blast. It's blocked in front by DeFazio. And he'll bring it back now. 2-on-2. Take the long slap shot from center. And Hextall will knock it down. Baltimore changing on the fly here. Pass ahead at center. Gertz Knockbauer will fight for the puck. Now Chin will dig it out. Right side of McGee. His quick shot in. That just missed the goal. At the left point, Bork with a blast. It was wide of the goal. Now a chance in front. McGee on the doorstep, and he couldn't put it in. Now Getzo's fighting for the puck, and finally the Bears got to clear it down ice. And we've got
a little bit below the league normal. And Gene's been shuffling the power play unit around and hoping to find the right combination.
Off the jaw. It's back at the left point to O'Regan. Right point to Hotham. Now the near boards, Jim McGee with the puck. Now we'll take the drive, and he missed the goal from the right wing circle. Gatso still on the far boards, trying to get it back at the point, but a good steal there by Pierre LaRouche. And he'll feed Fitzpatrick away at center. Into the zone, Fitzpatrick a wrist shot. That was deflected off of Greg Hotham. And Gatsos will pick it up now in his own end. Gatsos behind the net. 1:37 to go here in the power play for Baltimore. And here's Gatsos with the puck. Right wing to O'Regan. O'Regan now couldn't get the pass, and it's cleared back to the Jacks blue line by Dave Farish. Hotham now with a disc. Going to go back behind his goal to look for skating room here. And he'll leave it off for Colin Chim, a Baltimore rookie from the University of Illinois at Chicago. Heads into the Bears' end. Now at the left point to O'Regan. O'Regan got to drop it back behind the goal. Gatsos with a puck. Here's Gatsos, left wing corner. Got some room. Gatsos now, side of the goal. Chan trying to stuff it in front to McGee, and he fanned on it. Right on the doorstep. Now McGee with a puck. At center point, trying to hold it in, but he coughed it up. Fitzpatrick will grab it, and he'll fire the puck the length of the ice. All right, 50 seconds left here on the Baltimore power play. Boy, Jimmy McGoo's had a couple of chances tonight, but hasn't been able to put him in the bank. Here's Hotham now with a puck at the red line. Going to carry it in, and now flip it in down the right wing. Here's Hextall way out of his net. Going to steal it up the near boards, up into the stands. And we're going to get a whistle here, and we're going to face it off in the Hershey zone. We're playing a face-off in the Bears' end. Lamoureux drawing it back at the right point. Dave Gertz, left point to Bork. Bork far boards now to Belanger. Spinning away from Pierre LaRouche. Belanger in the circle. Here he comes, and the slot is drive, and he missed the net. DeFazio now with a puck. Is all down, no penalty, but getting it back to Lamoureux behind the net. Here's Lamoureux, far boards Belanger. Now Belanger in the left wing corner. Right point Gertz. He'll take the drive right on the stop made by Hextall. And the rebound cleared back to center. And it'll roll deep in the Skipjacks end. All right, 5 seconds left on the Andre Dory penalty, and the Bears about set to get back at equal strength there. Dory back on. Hershey back at equal strength. Lamoureux to center. Getting around a Dory check. Right side to Gertz. Gertz now trying to get around Darryl Stanley. Now here's a centering try by Lamoureux. Nobody there. Left point Bork a blast, and that hit Andre Dory. And now a loose puck into the Hershey end. Look out, Al Hills closing in, cutting in front, but he can't get the shot away. He was poke checked from behind, and we got a penalty coming up here to the Skipjacks.
Nice play there by Dave Gertz. Jacks kind of got caught up ice as that shot was blocked by Al Hill. And Hill raced into the Skipjacks end, but Dave Gertz hustling back checking, poked the puck just as Hill went to pull the trigger.
So a power play for the Bears here. 15:39 left. Period number 1. We have no score. Tim Nadelli and Tom Ogle back with you at the Baltimore Civic Center. The Baltimore penalty, Roger Belanger going off the ice for slashing at 4:21 of the first period. Power play for the Bears. Their power play efficiency, 23%. Jacks are killing off opposing power plays at a 78% clip. All right, Bears have the puck now. Deep in the Skipjacks end, but O'Regan grabs the puck to the line, not out. McCarthy will hold it in. Driving it down the slot. Backhander in front by Fitzpatrick. Cooper with a good save there. Now Dave Gans with the puck, left wing corner. Trading passes with Allison. Now the puck finally back to center. All right, here come the Bears now. Deep in the Skipjacks end. Along the near boards. Allison with the puck to Gans. Now stealing away is Tom O'Regan. He'll just loft it back on the backhand deep in the Hershey end. All right, here's a possible steal by Jim Magoo in the Hershey end. And instead he'll bang it back to center where Colin Chin's got the puck. 45 seconds to go here. Here comes Chin over the line. Colin Chin trying to feed it back from Magoo, but he wasn't expecting that pass. Now Chin will steal, trying to stuff it in front. And Hextall with a stop there. Colin Chin, some shifty moves here in the penalty killing. All right, puck back to center now. Here is Wally Weir going to poke it in down the left side. But the Bears maintain possession now at their own blue line. Knockbauer wheeling up ice. Here's Knockbauer. And McCarthy breaking in, had to cut back now. And off the wait for McCarthy to clear the zone. Now Mokosak trying to get the puck into the Skipjacks end. Can't do it. Magoo takes over. Across the Bear line, down the right side. Here's Magoo with the puck. Going to hold it up and drop it back to center. And we're getting a whistle here. We've got a penalty coming up. Too many men on the ice. As the Jacks are going to get called here for a bench minor. Fortunately, Tom, only 5 seconds left on the Roger Belanger penalty. The Baltimore would have been 2 men down for who knows how long.
Well, they've been killing the penalty off to Belanger really well, having a few scoring chances actually while being shorthanded. Now they're going to be hard-pressed to hold Hershey off the board.
A bench minor against the Skipjacks. Too many men on the ice. 6:16, the time of the penalty. Here come the Bears now, back in the Baltimore end. All right, one-man advantage now. Belanger back on. Bears have the puck. Mokosak going to slide the puck in front. Cooper hugging that left post. Now look out, another penalty coming up here. And this one's going to be against Hershey. Here's O'Regan now. Over the line to Troy Loney, but finally Steve Sagan touching up. And a penalty coming up here against the Hershey Bears. Tom, you can bet that Robbie Schick knows the Bears are a rough and tumble team, and they've had some good altercations with the Skipjacks this season. You better believe he'll try to call everything close here at the beginning to try to keep these teams out of the penalty box and on the ice playing hockey.
Well, I think he's going to try to keep this game under control. The Bears have 3 guys over 150 penalty minutes, and Carl Mokosak is leading the league with 204. So you're right, the Bears like to mix it up.
Knockbauer off for roughing at 6:46. So that's going to keep the teams at equal strength here for the next minute and 28 seconds. And following that, Baltimore will have a brief 30-second power play. Jacks with the puck now on the Hershey end. Down the left wing, Loney tying it up now with LaRouche. Now it's dug out. Wally Weir, top of the left circle. Save. O'Regan cutting in. Backhander with a stop there by Hextall. On Tom O'Regan on the slot. Loney trying to get a backhander away, but Campbell blocked it in front. And the Bears will get the disc now in their own zone. Moving the puck to center. Defenseman Bill Campbell. He'll carry it in now. Try to carry it in, but he's stopped at the line by Wally Weir. And now we get a whistle here. And I think a hand pass being called against the Skipjacks.
Tom O'Regan really made a nice move in the slot to get the puck on the backhand there at the bench, wondering when is it going to all change. Game after game, they get the great opportunities and are unable to put the puck in the net.
All right, puck drop now on the Baltimore end. The Jacks have it here. Up ice, here comes Fred Perlini. 2-on-2 with Gary Risling. Perlini over the line. Drop pass to Risling, going to slide it through, but it goes on net, and Hextall cleared aside. Now Risling with a puck. Far boards to Perlini. He is tied up. Now the puck loose, top of the circle, dug out by the Bears, and here they come. 3-on-2 with a puck. McCarthy into the zone. Drop pass right side to Roos, moving in the wrist shot, and Burke got a piece of that. to deflect it up over the glass into the stands. We're going to face off here in the Skipjacks end, just inside the right circle. And a face-off coming up here in the Skipjacks end, as Fred Perlini will take this face-off here with Dave Gans of the Bears. All right, waiting for the drop here. And there it is. It'll squirt to the right wing boards. Bork after there, but he's tied up by Ray Allison. Now they fight along the boards. Gans will dig it out. At the point to Farish. His slap shot blocked off Dave Gertzen up into the stands. And again, we're going to face off. This time it'll be Chiner will be over. And Dean DeFazio will be back out of the penalty box. And Baltimore will go to work for a brief 30-second power play. All right, here come the Jacks trying to get the puck out of their own zone. Risling feeding it up left side to Bork at the neutral zone. Bork cutting in down the left wing into the Hershey end. Here's Bork now going behind the net. Has Perlini in front. Couldn't get it to him. Bork trying to turn around and get the puck. Can't do it. Now Gans with a puck, feeding it out to Allison. One man to beat Gertz. Allison coming in, but his wrist shot is wide of the net. All right, DeFazio back on. Baltimore, brief power play here. All right, look out. Here's Perlini now at his own zone. Step into center, 3-on-2. DeFazio and Risling. Perlini over the line. His quick wrist shot is sticked aside there by Hextall and batted back to center. All right, McDonnell will give the puck to Dave Gans, and now McDonnell checks Gans. He's off the puck. And the Jacks break back into the zone now. Perlini tried to leave it for DeFazio, but the play didn't connect, and the Bears break out. Here's a pass up ice for Knockbauer just out of the penalty box, but McDonnell knocking it down and clearing it to the Bears line. Now Knockbauer breaks in across the Skipjacks end. Here comes his wrist shot. It's wide of the net. And back behind his own goal now, Joe McDonnell with the puck. Swing it up right side to DeFazio. He'll give the puck back to Knockbauer at center. And now Gatsos will steal the neutral zone. Gatsos over the line, going to flip it in right wing corner. Bears end. Mokasak back to get it now and behind his own net. Trying to get it out. Puck held in now. Clearing pass there by Steve Sagan. Batted back into the Bears' end. Now Mokasak with the puck. Over the line to Sagan. Sagan trying to walk in. Too many black and gold jerseys, though, to stop him there. And the puck cleared back to center. Here's Knockbauer going to try to come in again. Rowe bumps him off the puck. It'll roll to the side of the Baltimore net. Taken by Jeff Cooper. Swinging up now, right side. Gatsos to the disc, and here he comes. Out to Chin at center. Into the zone. Calling Chin, but wait a minute here. Baltimore's offside. As Chin tried to drop the puck to Magoo. But the Jacks are offside here at the Hershey line. 10-14.
Have something, mic open or something again.
We are back live at the Baltimore Civic Center. Jacks have the puck now on the Hershey end, but Andre Doyle will grab it. Steered up around the far boards of the Hershey end, and now it's out to center ice. Look out, a 2-on-1 break for the Bears. Right side, LaRouche closing in, sliding the puck in front. Robidoux a shot, and he scores. And the Bears have the lead 1-0. Gift wrap goal there for Flo Robidoux. He was open in front, took a great pass from Pierre LaRouche, and all he had to do overall for Hershey, and the Bears have grabbed the lead here at 1-0. All right, Gertz trying to feed it rink wide. Knocked down by Dory. Now LaRouche is decked, and now look out. Mitch Lamoureux is shaken up at the Baltimore line. The Bears are offside here. Mitch bouncing up pretty fast, and apparently he's all right. Scoring on the Bears' first goal to open the scoring in the hockey game. Flo Robidoux getting his third goal of the season.
Head there.
All right, Tom O'Regan to face it off here with Dave Gans and Baltimore ice. Jacks win it, get it outside the line. Here's O'Regan now with a puck. Over the line to Loney. Loney moving in, a wrist shot, and it was just by Ron Hextall and went in behind the goal. Now Loney tying up Ian Armstrong on the right wing corner of the Bears' end. Here's O'Regan in there trying to pry that puck free, and finally it comes to Gans. He can't get it out. Simpson holding it in, driving it side of the goal. Here's O'Regan trying to pump it in front to Loney, but he was checked by Armstrong. Now Gans will pick it up in his own end and start back for the Bears. Dave Gans now at center. Feeding it in down the left side, but Burke on a good defensive play. Broke it up on the right wing, I beg your pardon. And the puck cleared back to the Bears' blue line. All right, here's Farish now. Firing it on in. Hershey offside here. Gans caught inside the zone, and we have an offside against the Bears.
Now, you really can't say enough about.
We have a delayed or intentional offside against Hershey, so the faceoff will come just outside the Bears' blue line. Gathered in by Hershey off the draw. Here's McCarthy. Up to Allison. He couldn't shoot it ahead. Now the Bears will. Left side, Fitzpatrick breaks into the zone. Shot. Cooper will knock it down there in front. On a good chance there by Ross Fitzpatrick in the Baltimore end. Now the Jacks get possession. Dave Gertz will move the puck out of his own end. To center. Over the line to Simpson, but he was tied up there by McCarthy. And now here comes Hextall. And he shoots the puck up into the crowd. Accidentally, of course. And we're going to face off here in the Bears' end in the right wing circle.
That was questionable.
Playing. And, of course, Chris Dahlquist, recalled by the Penguins for a couple of games on an emergency recall. So Baltimore a bit short-handed tonight. Puck drop now on the right wing circle. Here's Perlini after with Mokasak checking him. Now top of the right point, McDonnell holding in, wristing it toward the net. It's knocked down in front. Here's Magoo, and he can't get to it, and finally the Bears will break out. Here they come, 3-on-2. Sagan with a puck. In for Knockbauer, shot, save, rebound, score. Steve Sagan batted in the rebound of a Don Knockbauer shot. And boy, Tom, the Bears broke in 3-on-2, and they set up Knockbauer beautifully as he came in alone on Jeff Cooper. Cooper with the unhappy totals here. Sagan from Don Knockbauer at 11:48. Period number 1. Sagan, his 11th goal of the season. The Bears have the lead 2-0. Puck drop. Shot back into the Skipjacks' head. Here's DeFazio now, wheeling out of his own zone. Dino with the puck. At center. He'll carry the mail now. In over the Hershey line. It's poke checked off his stick. Chin will grab it. Now Dino going to get back on the right wing boards. Tied up there as they fight for the puck. Now Gatsos will dig it out. Here he comes. The wrist shot stopped in front. Rebound loose in front to Chin. He scores, but no. Robbie Schick said he batted it in. And it's going to be no goal here for the Skipjacks.
I don't know about him batting it in. He may have kicked it in. He knocked the puck down with his glove. Looked like he took a swipe at it and collided with Bears netminder Hextall at the same time. The puck rolled in the cage, but Robbie Schick was right there to wave it off.
The Jacks PA announcer, Gary St. Hour, will give us the official ruling here, but it's not going to be a goal, that's for sure. So they say Chin batted it in. And well, I tell you, Tom, even Baltimore does get a goal if they take it away. But you got to shoot it in with a stick, so that one's not going to count. And the Jacks didn't argue too much there. As the Jacks have the puck now at center. Here's Chin with the disc. In over the line. Colin Chin checked from behind by 2 Hershey Bears, Robidoux and Farish. And now the puck back to the Bear blue line. Ian Armstrong moving it up ice. And going to fire it in left wing corner. Baltimore in. Gatsos back to get it. Swinging away from Pierre LaRouche. Here come the Jacks now with a puck up ice to Colin Chin. Chin, drop pass for Gatsos into the zone. Gats coming down the right side. His wrist shot. And a stick save there by Hextall in the far corner now. Gatsos trying to drive it back at the left point. Now Weir couldn't play it there. And the Bears break out. Pass up ice, Fleur Robidoux. 1-on-2 into the Jacks end. Long slap shot. Cooper knocked that down. Robidoux going back to get it now in the near corner. Tied up by Greg Hotham. Now they stack it up. And finally the puck coming out to Gatsos. Gatsos at center, long slap shot again, right on goal, and Hextall will stop that with no trouble. Now Bork trying to feed it in behind the Hershey goal, and here come the Jacks in to converge. And Hextall going to cover up there. We're going to get a whistle and a face-off in the Hershey. Tim Minelli and Tom Ogle back with you at the Civic Center. Baltimore and Hershey battling tonight. Here come the Jacks now. A shot from the right point by Gertz is wide of the goal. And it's cleared back out to center on the stick of Ross Fitzpatrick. Trying to get around Dave Gertz and does so. Fitzpatrick down the left wing. Tried to center one, but his centering pass knocked away. Now look out of the slot. Loose puck. Backhander Allison. Cooper stops that. And he'll hang on for the face-off. Now the Bears, again, opportunistic there, and a good play by Ross Fitzpatrick, wheeling his way down the left wing and keeping that puck in the Baltimore end. And Allison got a chance to get the shot on goal on the backhand, but Cooper able to make a good stop there. 5:54 to play here in the first period. You're listening to Baltimore Skipjacks Hockey on WITH Baltimore. Nice to have you with us here tonight from the Civic Center. And a face-off in the right wing circle of Skipjack's ice. It's back at the right point. Donohue shot. Cooper knocks that down with the blocker. Now a turnaround shot by Knockbauer. make that. Mokasak is knocked down by Cooper. And Baltimore breaks back. Jim Magoo with a disc. Tried to slide it in on the left side for Risling, but Stanley took it away. And now the puck shot up into the crowd accidentally here. And I think we're going to face off in Hershey territory.
Tim, we see Mitch.
Chris Dahlquist, who is on his way to the Pittsburgh Penguins. All right, Knockbauer and Perlini in the face-off circle. Fight for the puck in the Bears' end, and the Bears have it. Here's Andre Dory in behind his own goal. 2-0, Hershey with the lead here. Now Dory trying to get it out and finally just firing it back to center. Going to roll by Mike Rowe and roll up to chase it now deep in his own zone. All right, Mike Rowe in behind the net. Bumped by Mokasak to the line, not out. Stanley holding it in. Now it's centered, but McDonnell had control of it. Now let's see here, a whistle.
I have a hand pass being called.
All right, a hand pass. Tuesday, New Year's Eve. We hope you make your plans to come on out. The Jacks and the Sherbrooke Canadiens Tuesday evening. And don't forget, it's a special 7 p.m. face-off time on Tuesday when the Jacks host the Canadiens. All right, getting a face-off now on Skipjacks ice. Pierre LaRouche and Fred Perlini for the draw. To the right, the starting goaltender Jeff Cooper. Puck taken by Perlini, trying to get it out. Now LaRouche grabs the loose puck and fires one, and Cooper able to knock that down. And now Perlini's got the puck. Over to McDonnell. Jack's trying to work it out here. Can't get it out. Here's Farish holding it in. Look out, loose in the slot. There's a drive by LaRouche, and it was deflected up one of the stands. And another close call there for the Skipjacks. Number the 6th. When the Bears beat Baltimore 7-2. All right, puck drop now. They stack it up in the left wing corner of the Baltimore end. And they'll force a face-off here. Gatsos, Hotham, and Robidoux all in there. We'll get a face-off here in Skipjacks ice in the left wing circle. 4:39 to play here in the first period. Hershey with the lead, 2-0. And this is Skipjacks hockey on AM 1230 WITH. Back live at the Civic Center here. As the Jacks now will shoot the puck deep in the Hershey end. Hextall behind his own net, setting it up for Ian Armstrong. Now Weir trying to hold the puck in. And he does so on a good play at the left point, batting it in behind the net. Now in the far corner, Armstrong trying to get it out. Can't do it. Here's Weir with a quick wrist shot from the left point. Just trickled wide of the net. Now Robidoux getting it outside the line to center. Tried to slide it through for Al Hill. It goes by him deep in the Baltimore end. Here's Weir back to get it, spins his net, and going to start it out here. Pass up to Chan, rolled off his stick. Back to McCarthy at his own blue line. He'll clear it back to center. Here comes Fitzpatrick now, hunted from behind by Colin Chin. Chin takes him down there. And now Hotham looking for skating room. And now we'll cross the red line and shoot it on into the Hershey zone. Ron Hextall, goaltender for the Bears, setting it up behind his own net. Here's McCarthy, left wing feed to Fitzpatrick, and now to Gans. Into the zone. Here's Gans trying to drop it back for Allison, but the pass never got there. Phil Burke will steal it away. And Skipjacks ice. Now Loney going to clear it off the glass, back to center. Taken there by O'Regan. Here's O'Regan now, trying to get it on the right wing, and does so. Over the line to Simpson, but back checking. Fitzpatrick took it away, and now Stuthers with the puck. Here it's clear the line, not out. O'Regan to the left point, is shot right on, and Hextall will glove that. And hang on for the
first 10 minutes of the period. It's been all Hershey, actually. The Bears have had the better of the opportunities and cashing in on both of them.
All right, Simpson now with the puck in the left wing corner. Left point to Bork, slap shot toward the net, hit his own man, Simpson. And now the Bears break back 3-on-2 with the male Gans down the right side, but the Bears are offside here. Allison offside down the right wing as they try to execute the 3-on-2 in the Baltimore ice. And we have an offside call here against the Bears.
I think in between periods, Gene may have to come up with some kind of plan to keep Hershey from having these 3-on-2s. They're consistently coming up the ice 3-on-2, and you're not going to win too many games giving up 3-on-2s.
Well, Gene is doing everything possible to try to turn this club around. If he can't do it, I don't know too many other people who would have a better chance of doing it. I know he's got to be frustrated, and the fans are too with the way things have been going. Just got to keep hanging in there. We're going to tell it like it is, that's for sure, but have to be optimistic in the same breath, and we're going to do just that as well. Simpson now steps out of his own end. And a fire it on in left wing corner. Hershey zone racing after it. Loney trying to get it up to Regan in front, but taken away by Andre Dory. Now Loney with good hustle trying to hold it in, but finally Sagan will grab the puck. Start back for the Bears to Knockbauer over the line. Knockbauer back for Sagan, closing into Mokasak, and he can't get the shot away. Not quite enough ice to do it. Now Loney and Regan break back 2-on-2. Loney over the line, going to fire it on in deep in the Hershey end with 2:12 to play in the first period. And the Bears have the lead over the Skipjacks by a score of 2-0. Up ice to Knockbauer. He'll wrist it in, back behind the Baltimore net. And Cooper will set things up there for Greg Hotham. Belanger in his own zone for the Skipjacks. Slides it over to McDonnell at his own blue line. At the red line, over the line from Magoo, but it went behind him. As Magoo would have had a break, but the Bears break back quickly. Left side, Mokasak. Here comes the slap shot, and Cooper got a piece of it, but the rebound just trickled wide of the goal there. Lamoureux now at his own line, coming to center. Got to fire it in wide of the Hershey goal. Lamoureux will chase that puck now along the right wing boards. Get it back behind the goal to Magoo. Magoo trying to get around McCarthy. Can't do it. He's tied up. Now Lamoureux with the puck. Trying to center. Lamoureux getting it back now. Here he is along the far boards. Trying to fire it in the slot for Magoo. Now Lamoureux getting it back behind the goal. Lamoureux tied up. Can't make a play. Now loses the puck. Lamoureux finally dropping it back behind the net. Here's Magoo. It's front to Belanger, and he fanned on it in front. Now with a puck, here's Magoo again in the right wing circle. Spinning away from Farish. Magoo now trying to slide it in front, but he lost control of the puck. Gertz holding it in right point. To Lamoureux, to Belanger, and a shot is deflected wide of the net there. Baltimore with a good flurry there, but couldn't get the puck past Hextall. Robidoux breaks into Baltimore ice. Down the right wing, but Bourque took the puck away. And he'll slide the puck over now on the near side to defenseman Dave Gortz. Head manning it out to Chin at center ice. Colin Chin with the mail. Here he comes, stick handling over the line. Chin with a puck, puts on the brakes now, coming down the right side. Here's Chin, going in, centering one. Belanger, wrist shot, he missed the goal. Belanger, a beautiful setup in front, but Baltimore just can't put the puck on the ocean right here in the first period. Now back at the right point to Chin. Chin holding it in there. Colin Chin now, side of the goal to Magoo. Magoo trying to slide the puck in front to Chin, but it's taken away by Pierre LaRouche, and he'll get it outside the line. And now the puck deflecting up into the stands here. We're going to face off, I believe, back in Hershey territory.
Oh, what a play.
In the slot between the circles, and unfortunately their shots have just not been on target tonight. Right off the jaw, Stanley going to fire the puck deep in the Baltimore end. And back to get it is Wally Weir. Now Weir in the near corner jamming with Fitzpatrick, but that'll bring period number one to a close. The buzzer sounds ending the first. Up front, along with Flo Robidoux, and the puck drop run away down the second period. As the Jacks get the puck now, and here they come, breaking up ice. O'Regan, right wing to Simpson, but Robidoux broke it up on a good defensive play. And he'll fire it back now to center ice. Let's see here, got the puck knocked down with a high stick. And we're going to face it off here just inside the Hershey blue line. Tom, I hope I'm not speaking too soon, but a relatively quiet game from a physical standpoint thus far between these two clubs. They're skating and not getting into too much physical activity yet. Even Mr. Knockbauer and Mr. Martinson, who has not really played much at all tonight, and also Mr. Stanley have all been rather quiet tonight for Hershey.
We were talking about that in between periods there. Martinson hasn't even taken a shift. And looking over on the Hershey bench, we see him down at the end of the bench without his helmet on. So evidently he may be somewhat injured and not going to see any action tonight. But I think he's the Dave Brown of the American Hockey League. Not much on the scoreboard, but a lot in the penalty minutes.
And off the face-off. Here comes Simpson to break across the Hershey line. And Baltimore's offside. I think O'Regan was ahead of the play. And we'll have an offside call here against the Jacks. We'll face it off outside the Bear blue line. He certainly shows a lot to me, and if he gets back from that injury and back at full strength, he's going to be able to help one of these two clubs, either Pittsburgh or Baltimore.
Well, he had a good year with Binghamton last year before being traded by Hartford to Pittsburgh, and he's a quick skater, kind of small, stocky kind of guy, but has a good wrist shot, and I think that's his biggest asset.
He can skate like the wind, to be sure, as he was obtained by Pittsburgh from the Capitals organization last year and didn't get much of a chance to play for the Penguins at the end of last year, but looking to try to make a spot for himself on the roster. Hershey with the puck now. Andre Dory feeding it in left wing. It's by Knockbar. Going to roll behind the Baltimore net. And Cooper will steer it up to the near corner where Colin Chen will look for some skating room. Avoids a Sagan check and feeds it up to Phil Bork at center ice. Bork overskated the puck. Now he'll bring it in. And we have an offside call coming up here against Baltimore. So we need Jim Magoo and Gary Risling up front for the Skipjacks. Dave Gans, Ray Allison, and Ross Fitzpatrick for the Bears. Puck dropped, sent into Baltimore ice, and Hotham's going to race after it. Here goes Hotham now, in behind his own goal, looking for skating room, cracking it out of his own zone. Hitting it ahead to Perlini, and out of Risling down the left wing. Here's Risling, but he overskates the puck at the line. And again, Baltimore's call to the offside.
Now, Risling would have had an excellent opportunity there if he could have kept control of the puck as he was coming across the blue line down the right wing. Had gotten by the Bears defense at the blue line, but lost control of the puck.
So again, we're going to face it off outside the Bear blue line. Perlini and Gans. And puck gathered in by Ross Fitzpatrick off the draw to Armstrong. He's going to wrist it in out of the Skipjacks end. Now on the right wing side, Wally Weir trying to poke it out. Can't do it. Bears hold it in now. It's outside the line. And will roll on the stick of Dave Farish. Banging off the wood. Back into Baltimore ice. And Cooper stopping it there, leaving it for Wally Weir. Up on the right side of Magoo, poking it ahead for Perlini. Here comes Perlini, 2-on-2. Risling on the left side. Perlini going behind the goal. Now to Risling. Risling jamming it in front. Magoo couldn't get his stick down there and couldn't get turned around. And Hershey will come back now, 3-on-3. Puck broken up at center though by Magoo. Now look out, Gans coming back in down the right side. His shot blocked by the shin of Wally Weir. And now on the far boards, puck gathered in by Perlini. 3-on-2, Jacks break. Here is Perlini now with the puck. Steps across the line, down the left side for Risling. The wrist shot, glove by Hextall. Very calmly and very coolly. And he'll hang on there for the face-off.
You know, watching him make that save there and just looking at his height and his demeanor there.
It's kind of tough to forget about that because Roy really shouldn't have been on the roster but was allowed to be on. And his presence may very well have cost the Skipjacks a Calder Cup championship. Puck dropped now. Here's Simpson dropping it off to the left wing corner. And Loney will try to steer it behind the goal, but stepping in to take the puck away, Al Hill. Bears break out of their own zone now with the puck. Defenseman Mike Stubbers going to float it on in right wing corner, Baltimore Red. Rowe hustling back to get it. Look out. Met by Robidoux behind the goal. Now, after that loose puck, it's Tom O'Regan. Breaks out of his own end. O'Regan now checked from behind to Al Hill. O'Regan got a stick up in the face, too, there. Now the Jacks come back. Here's a shot by Simpson down the left side. It's wide of the net. And McDonnell could not hold the puck in. And now it's outside the line and back in, and we have an offside call against the Bears. Back on defense, Dave Goetz and Phil Bork. Puck dropped. It's going to float to the red line. Phil Bork a beat on it there. Going to wrist it on into the Hershey zone. And in behind his own goal. Here is Andre Dory for the Bears. Dory spinning away from a Lamoureux check. Mitch hounding him behind the Bears goal. But Dory spins away from him. And shoots it up on the left wing. Knocked down there at center by Goetz. Now going to feed it into Lamoureux down the right wing. Here comes Lamoureux in front to DeFazio, but his backhand feed was not a good one. And Dino couldn't bat that puck out of the air. Now the Bears with a 4-on-2. Stanley over the line. Left side the shot. And it's stopped there by Cooper, side of the net. Now it's centered in front. Shots again. Cooper with a brilliant save there as he robs Steve Sagan in front.
An excellent save by Jeff Cooper. That puck was actually behind him and rolling into the cage, and Cooper got back quick enough and just in time to stop the puck from crossing the goal line.
Well, I tell you, Steve Sagan tried to give the Bears a 3-0. I tell you, a team's going to ask for a raise after this season if this keeps up. Puck back up the left point, a blast by Farish in the Baltimore end, kicked out by Cooper. We're now trying to get the puck out, along with Lamoureux. It's held in by the Bears. Look out, Gans with a chance in front, but he couldn't make the play. And finally, here's DeFazio now. Looks for skating room in his own zone. Dino getting a goal last night against the Binghamton Whalers in Binghamton. And now the puck shot back into the Hershey end, taken by the Bears. Fitzpatrick now to Gans across the line. Here's Gans now with the puck. And Allison's offside. He couldn't straddle the blue line there, and he's offside at the Jacks blue stripe. And an offside against Hershey here.
Gans made one too many moves there in the neutral zone. I believe Allison thought Gans was going to take the puck in and held on.
Inside the Jacks blue line, won by Baltimore. Chin drawing it back to Hotham. And now to Wally Weir with his own blue line, moving the puck through center. He'll just loft it into the right wing corner of the Bears zone. Gans back after it there with Gatsos. Now Chin on the right wing boards trying to make a play, but he's tied up by Dave Farish. Now the puck loose. It'll come out to Fitzpatrick. Can't get it out. Magoo holding it in. Now trying to slide the puck over the left point, but he can't do it. And it comes outside the line. Wally Weir now looking for the puck. And now Magoo takes over. Magoo, he's supposed to the defense. Magoo cutting in. Can't get a shot away there. Jim Magoo, dangerous there. Split the defense, but couldn't get the shot away. Now the Jacks hold it in now at the right point. Magoo behind the net over skates the puck, and now Gans. Can't get to it either. Here's Gatsos trying to slide it behind the net for either Chin or Magoo, and off Ian Armstrong up into the stands. Off the jaw, it's loose in the circle. Quick wrist shot there by Loney, and Hextall to come up big there to stop Troy Loney. And now the puck outside the line. Look out, the Bears 2-on-1. LaRouche cutting in. Shot. What a stop there by Cooper. And he'll hang on for the face-off.
Excellent save once again by Jeff Cooper. LaRouche coming in on a 2-on-1 there. Decided to take the shot, but Cooper came out, cut the angle down, and made a pad save. A little pushing and shoving going on now in the near corner.
Nice stop there by the rookie, Jeff Cooper. He robs the veteran, Pierre LaRouche, from in close. And we'll drop the puck now in the skipjack zone in the right wing circle.
Yeah, Tim, this period is very much the same as the first period. The Skipjacks holding the territorial edge, but the Bears getting those breaks where they've come in with a 2-on-1, the 3-on-2s, and fortunately we've been able to stop them so far this period.
All right, Perlini drawing it back to Bork. Jacks now try to move it out of their own zone. Now Robidoux checks Hotham. Puck held in. Now it's centered, but Loney is there to bat it away. And he'll backhand it back into the Hershey zone. Race for the puck. Stubbers and Risling. Now it's held in. Here's a shot by Loney from the top of the right wing circle. And it's wide of the goal. Bork now in front. Here's Loney with a chance. Puck loose in front. Perlini a shot. He shoots and scores. And Baltimore gets on the board here. A tap-in goal in front from Fred Perlini, and the Jacks cut the Bears lead at 2-1. Finally, Tom, something for the fans to cheer about here.
Now maybe this will get the Jacks
his third goal of the season. Well, let's see. They're going to give the goal to Troy Loney here. Now they might change that. I think Perlini tipped it in. We'll have to wait and see. All right, Jacks back for more now to the Hershey end. Stanley trying to clear. Can't do it. Loney holding it in now. The right wing corner. Stanley. Clear the puck up to the near side. Whistling on it there. He runs door into the boards, but the puck cleared out the center. Sagan now trying to feed the puck over the line. Perlini turns. Getting it in for Loney. Over the line, his wrist shot, and he fanned on it there. And the Bears break back now. Here comes Sagan at center ice. Across the Baltimore line. Sagan down the right wing. The Dory is shot. And I think Cooper got a piece of that to knock it up over the goal. Now it's held in now to the Baltimore end, and Hotham's going to move it out to center. And back to the Hershey blue line. All right, Bears have the puck there now. Dory tried to feed it in for Mokosak, but it hopped over his stick. Risling now with the puck. Risling spinning away from Knockbauer. Look out, that's dynamite back there. Now the Jacks get the puck. Here is Hotham swinging up on the near boards. Sagan holding it in as he belts Bork. They go up high together with the elbows. Now they stack it up. Right wing corner, Baltimore end. Bork and Sagan along with Perlini and Knockbauer. And finally, referee Robbie Schick can see the puck no more. And he'll blow the whistle and whistle it down here. We'll get a face-off.
Loney, that'll be his fourth goal in 3 games, so Loney has definitely had the hot hand here the last few games.
Credentials that will get you back in the National Hockey League rather quickly.
Just ask Bob Airy.
All right, Perlini feeding it up to Belanger. Now behind the net, Lamoureux trying to center in front, hit the back of the net. Now Wally Weir in deep. Jacks have been picked up here emotionally by that goal. Now the puck cleared around to the far boards. McDonnell with a good play to hold it in. Centering one for Lamoureux. He puts it on goal, and Hextall fumbled it there. But able to recover and get that puck at the side of his goal to hang on for the faceoff.
Well, Hextall lost that puck for a split second. It was laying between his pads in the crease. And unfortunately for the Jacks, there was no one there to bang it home.
Now the Jacks buzzing here, Tom. Obviously picked up emotionally by that goal moments ago that has cut the Bears lead to 2-1. Face off of the Hershey end. Lamoureux and Gans for the draw. Let's see here. Lamoureux tossed out of the circle, or is he? Yes, he is. And Belanger will come in to take this draw with Dave Gans. Puck drop at the left point. Weir a shot. That's blocked by the defense. Now Weir holding it in now at the left point. To Belanger. Now back to Weir. He'll fire it into the right wing corner. DeFazio's after it there. He bangs with Allison along the right wing boards. They fight for it there. Baltimore trying to poke it free. Here's DeFazio now, knocked down, going to get behind the net though to Lamoureux. Mitch turning, swinging in behind the goal. Here's Allison, swinging up now to that point. Weir cannot hold it in there, hopped over his stick. It's back down to the Baltimore blue line. Now at center, Fitzpatrick with a puck. Look out, had a man breaking in, LaRouche, but he couldn't get it to him. And Cooper will grab the loose puck and swinging up on the far boards to Belanger. He'll feed it rink wide, out of the reach of everybody. And back at his own blue line now, Kevin McCarthy. McCarthy up the center of the ice, now to LaRouche. Across the line, down the right wing. Here's LaRouche, trying to feed it left side, but it's knocked down in front by McDonnell. And here come the Jacks. Long slap shot from center by DeFazio, missed the goal. It's up on the mesh. We'll get a whistle now on a face-off. It'll be outside. Tim Nadelli and Tom Ogle back with you with the Baltimore Civic Center. 10:59 to Chin facing it off. It's back at the right point to McCarthy. Left point Stuthers, wristing it toward the net. Gloved mask high by Cooper. And he'll squeeze the rubber and hang on there for the face-off. Tom, I got to believe that if Jim Magoo keeps working as he is, he's going to be getting some goals soon. He's had lots of good chances here. Keeps playing that way, he'll get some pucks in the back of that net.
Well, let's hope he gets the tying goal shortly.
Puck drop. Baltimore's got it. Gertzen behind his own goal. Pass knocked down by Al Hill. Kept in the Baltimore end. Here's a centering try by LaRouche. Out of the reach of Robidoux. And Gatsos will just direct it back to the Hershey blue line. McCarthy back to get it there. Check from behind by Magoo. McCarthy will move it to center. Here's McCarthy across the line. Trying to split the defense. Spun around there. And off the puck he goes. Bork will take over. Good play by Bork to avoid a check by Robidoux. Bork swinging up now the left side by Magoo. Now Jimmy will slap it into the Hershey end. Back behind the goal, Hextall steering it. Now Magoo steals in the near corner, but he's tied up by McCarthy. Puck loose. Now Magoo trying to dig it out there in the near corner. Does dig it out. Getting it back at the left point. Bork winding up. Wrist shot blocked in front. Now here's Chin turning around, firing one through traffic, and that went off one of the Bears' legs. And now LaRouche wheels back. In across the line, LaRouche cutting in down the right side. Bork wraps him into the boards. Now Robidoux's got the puck. Robidoux. Right side, Dory, wrist shot, blocked in front by the Skipjacks. And now here's Gatsos with a puck, coming back 2-on-2 for the Skipjacks. Gatsos over the line, cutting in down the right side, but couldn't get around Mike Stuthers. Andre Dory now steering the puck on the far boards. Good play by Perlini to hold it in. Setting it in behind the Hershey goal. Here's Stuthers, and he'll just flip it up to the glass outside the line. Mike Rowe corralled there. Now Loney coming back in with Perlini and Risling. Loney, big shot, save, rebound. Stuthers grabs the puck in the slot. Whistle, let's see. Probably only going to get a face-off here.
Oh, I can't believe that.
And look out, Jim Magoo now going to the bench, and he's shaken up, limping noticeably on the bench. As he was obviously shaken up there. Of course, Tim Ringler's in the dressing room assisting to Tom O'Regan, so Bill Brown over there to take a look at Magoo, but he is limping noticeably there on the Jacks bench.
On that last play, Mike Stuthers just grabbed the puck right out of midair as Gary Risling was coming in for the rebound, and no penalty was called.
All right, here's a shot by Mike Rowe from the left point, and that's stopped by Hextall, and he'll cover up on the rebound. Hoping to get the Jacks moving. Off the face-off now. Knockbauer to the line, not out. Rowe holding it in momentarily. Now it's still loose. Now Perlini in there trying to hold the puck in, and does so. Perlini driving it to Risling. Risling cutting in, sliding in a shot. Saved by Hextall. And he'll make the stop in front on Gary Risling.
Excellent play there by Perlini and Rowe at the blue line, winning too many games. And hard work is sooner or later going to pay off, and right now it is paying off, and the Jacks are just one away from tying this one up.
Darryl Stanley off for tripping here. 10:58 of the second period. Baltimore in the power play. 0 for 2 thus far. They're going to make it 1 for 3 here. All right, the Bears grab the puck on the Baltimore end and fire it down ice. Here comes Hotham now in his own zone. Spinning away from Ross Fitzpatrick. Sliding it over to Bork. Baltimore slowly working the puck up ice. They want to get a good play in. DeFazio over the line for Lamoureux, but offside. Baltimore, and that didn't look like offside to me. Oh, brother. Jim Miron calling that one. It was awfully close. I tell you, Baltimore hasn't gotten any breaks from the linesman tonight. That's 2-1. The Bears have the lead here. 8:38 to play, period number 2. Baltimore trying to get the equalizer here, and they'll slap the puck in now to the Bears' end. Now it's behind the goal. Lamoureux with the puck, trying to drive it in front, but it was blocked by McCarthy. Out on the far boards, Farish, can he get it out? No, Hotham holding it in, back behind the net. Now Hextall going to steer it up the near boards to Allison. Allison now out to Fitzpatrick at center ice. Bears with a puck. Fitzpatrick now just going to loft it back deep in the Skipjacks end. And Lamoureux now back into his own end. Swing it over to the far side to Greg Hotham. Hotham now moving the puck through center. Look out, here he comes. And over the line, he's tripped up. Wait a minute here. We got a tripping call against the Skipjacks coming up. I think Lamoureux is going to get the gate for tripping up Kevin McCarthy at the Hershey blue line.
That was just a move there where one of the Skipjacks players were trying.
Zio will get a penalty here, so that will nullify the remaining 1 minute of the Skipjacks power play. 8:02 to go, period number 2. The Bears have the lead.
The kind of stuff you gotta let go.
We are back live here at the Baltimore Civic Center. Fitzpatrick knocked down to the right wing corner by Wally Weir. Baltimore trying to get that puck out. Here's Chin. Can't get around McCarthy, but able to tip it to center. Now Wally Weir will across the red line and fire it on in deep in the Hershey zone. The penalty to Baltimore, Dean DeFazio, 2 minutes for tripping at 11:58 of the second period. Bears break up ice. Right wing to Fitzpatrick across the Jacks line. Fitzpatrick, right side LaRouche. LaRouche now trying to get around Wally Weir. He's dumped it on the right wing boards by Wally. And now Gatzos will pick it up. Swing it over to McDonnell, but it's out of his reach and back to center ice. Now Gatzos trying to fire it ahead for Chin. Now McDonnell in front of the Bears bench, having trouble. Look out, the Bears bring it over the line. Here's McCarthy down the left side. McCarthy tied up by McDonnell, slowed up, can't get to the puck. And Baltimore will take the heat out of a hot kitchen here and fire it down ice. As the penalty now over to Stanley, the Bears on the power play. Pass ahead for Dave Gans. Now look out, Gans cutting in, side of the goal, shot, score, Ray Allison. As somehow Gans got around the Baltimore defense, flipped the puck over to Ray Allison, he batted it by Cooper. Now, face off O'Regan and Knockbauer at center, won by the Bears. Here's Andre Dory, swinging over to Darryl Stanley, making his way through center ice. Stanley now going to backhand it in, deep in the Skipjacks end. Phil Bork now takes a hit from Darryl Stanley. Puck comes out to Troy Loney. He'll just shoot it back to center. Now Andre Dory with a puck, wheeling through center ice. Getting it over to Stanley. Stanley now will flip it on in, right wing corner, Skipjack zone. And Bork now spinning away from Steve Sagan in his zone end. Feeding it out to O'Regan, here come the Jacks. Right wing to Simpson, into the Hershey zone. Simpson down the right side. Now going to slide it in front. Here's Loney, can't get a shot away, he was out of position. Now it's back for Simpson's side of the net. He is knocked down by Stanley. And we got a penalty coming up here to the Bears. Darryl Stanley knocking down Dave Simpson. We got his 14th goal of the season from Dave Gans and Andre Dory at 13-16. Puck dropped deep in the Hershey zone. Baltimore has the power play. And Allison's got the puck, and he'll bring it to center ice. He'll just loft it now to the side of the Skipjacks goal, and Phil Bork is there. Leaving it for Dave Gertz. Gertz now at center ice. Here he comes into the zone. Down the right side, getting around Farish, but overskates the puck. Farish will take it away and fire it back into the Baltimore zone. Stanley off for hooking at 13:59. Power play for Baltimore. In their own zone, Dave Gertz with a puck. Ahead to Perlini. Here is Freddie. On the left side for Bork. Bork now with a slap shot, and that just missed the goal. Right point, Gertz holding it in. Here's Gertz trying to drive it down the right wing boards. He gave the puck right to Farish. And it comes out to center. It's one of the Jacks players at the bench. And we got a whistle now on a face-off here in the neutral zone.
Gertz having a tough shift there as he overskated the puck on one rush, and then that time handed it right to one of the Bears' penalty killers, and that's certainly not helping the Skipjacks' cause right now at this point.
5:13 to play here in the second period. The Bears holding a 3-1 lead over the Skipjacks. Baltimore trying to snap a 2-game losing streak. And the Bears also trying to snap a losing streak. They were beaten last night at home by Springfield 6-1. All right, Knockbauer and Lamoureux for the draw in the neutral zone. Puck dropped. It'll go over the line to Bork. Bork carries it in now. The wrist shot right on. Hextall will stop it. Rebound. And Lamoureux can't get to it. Now Hextall covering up there. Andre Dorey pushed Lamoureux a little bit there. So he went to go for that rebound. And a little conversation that's going to cut that Hershey lead to 3-2. Puck dropped, and LaRouche drawing it back to Andre Dorey. Dorey now got to find the opening and fire it down ice. It's on goal, and Cooper setting it up for Phil Bork. In behind his own goal now, here is Phil Bork. Leaving it for Lamoureux, and he'll wheel it out to center. Lamoureux with a puck at the red line. Into the zone. Offside Baltimore, but Anjay cutting in offside. And a face-off now outside the Bears' blue line with 47 seconds left on the penalty to Darryl Stanley.
The Skipjacks having a little trouble getting set up here on this power play opportunity. The Bears not letting them into the zone or standing up along the blue line. And instead of the Jacks dumping the puck in, they're trying to skate in across, and that's what is causing the offside.
NHL tonight, these partial scores. Hartford 1, Detroit nothing in the second period. Buffalo and the New York Islanders tied at 1 goal apiece. Also in the second period, the Washington Capitals 1-0 over the New York Rangers in the first period. Nothing yet on Boston, Chicago, and Edmonton and Vancouver. Face off outside the Hershey blue line here. Colin Chin and Don Knockbauer for the draw. And Magoo back on the ice there, Tom. Yeah, surprise to me.
We didn't see him head into the locker room, so evidently maybe just got a little Charlie horse there or something for a second.
Doesn't look like he's skating too fruity, though, I must admit. Magoo now in his own zone, left side. He'll slap it on in now. And the puck caroms up into the crowd. Hit the glass here. Magoo really... Baltimore still in the power play for 29 more seconds here. Puck dropped, and Bork will gather it in now at the red line. Here is Bork over the line, gets around the defense, cutting in. He's upended by Dave Farish. Another penalty coming up here against the Bears. Well, I tell you, Phil Bork is an offensive defenseman, and he sure showed his stuff there, getting around the Bear defense, and Farish had to put the wraps on him, or he would have been home alone on Ron Hextall.
Oh, for the net.
And so Baltimore now with a face-off in the Hershey zone and a 21-second two-man advantage. Fans trying to get Baltimore going here. Face-off in the Bears' end, top of the left wing circle. Now it's loose now, and Al Hill gathering it in. He'll backhand it to the line, not out. Jack's holding it in. Phil Bork now at the right point to McDonnell. McDonnell wrist shot toward the goal was wide, deflecting it there. Now Perlini getting it back left point. Perlini. Far boards to Jim Magoo. Back on for Baltimore in the slot. Loney couldn't tip it in. He had a good chance in front. All right, Stanley back on. It's a one-man Jack's advantage here. Here is Perlini now. Look out, cutting in. Backhander save. Rebound in front. Loney trying to poke it in. There's a chance by Perlini, and he fires it wide in the empty net. And we're going to whistle now at a face-off in the... giving us the opportunities to get back in this one here. Puck dropped, and Perlini now. Over the line for Hotham. Now dump it in down the right wing for Magoo. He'll chase it in deep in the Bears' end. Struthers and Loney fighting for it. Now Magoo dig it out. Magoo, right point to Hotham. Makes the shot. Out of Magoo on the far boards. Here's Magoo holding it up. Behind the net to Perlini. Here he comes. Going to jam it in front. Loose puck. Nobody could get the stick on it there. Allison trying to move it out. Can't do it. Now it's back at the right point to Hotham. Slap shot toward the goal. Save. Rebound. Pulled away with the Bears. Look out. They come back 2-on-2. Fitzpatrick now down the right side. Fitzpatrick in the slot. Wrist shot blocked by Hotham. Here is Fred Perlini now grabbing the puck. He'll start back 3-on-2. Perlini now over the line to Magoo. Magoo closing in. Shot. Hextall doesn't know where it is. Look out. Loose puck in the goal mouth. Hextall finally squeezing it and hanging on there for the face-off. Now we get a lot of pushing and shoving in the front of the Hershey goal. Jim Magoo coming down the left wing. He put a big shot on net. Hextall stopped it, but I don't think he knew where it was, Tom. It was beneath him, and he finally just had to cover up and squeeze it there. He didn't know where that puck was.
I don't know if I thought I heard a whistle.
To Roosh to the right of Ron Hextall. Face off. Lamoureux wins it. Back of the left point to Bork. Bork, right point to McDonnell. Wristing it toward the net. Right on. Hextall can't find it. Now he covers up on it. And again will make the save. And again we're batted toward the goal mouth, but a good play there at the left point. Bork to hold it in. Now to Gatsos. Behind the net to Lamoureux. Lamoureux surrounded there by Stanley. Now Gatsos. Behind the goal to Lamoureux. Trying to jam it in front. Loose puck. Who's got it? The Bears will get it to the line, not out. Good play to McDonnell to hold it in. McDonnell, Gatsos in the slot. Slap shot blocked by Nockbauer. Gatsos gets it back. Here he is, cutting in, side of the goal. Gatsos going behind the goal here, looking for an open man. Gatsos behind the goal. Lamoureux with a puck. Back to Gatsos, trying to slide the puck in front. It's loose. Lamoureux's got it there to Gatsos. Here's Gats trying to drive it in front, but Hextall hugging that post. Made the save. Farish back on. We're back at equal strength. And a penalty coming up against Baltimore here. As DeFazio upended one of the Bears at the Hershey Blue Line. And DeFazio will get a holding call here.
It keeps pulling my headset off my head. You? It's only around your chair.
That's what it is.
There we go.
Jacks now going short-handed. Here comes O'Regan into the Bears' end, but he couldn't get to the puck in time. They stack it up now, left wing corner. Bears' end. Loney tying it up there with Sagan and O'Regan. Now it squirts free. Here's O'Regan now on the left wing boards. Tied up by Gans. O'Regan trying to hold it in along with Wally Weir. Finally it squirts to the circle. Now O'Regan steals in the circle. Shot knocked down there by Hextall. And Sagan with a puck. Loney checking him. Well, I tell you, Loney and O'Regan working some kind of hard here. Here's Loney going to try to tie it up now deep in the Hershey zone. 1 minute left on the Bears power play. And finally the Bears break out of their own zone with a puck. Fitzpatrick. And over the line, Fitzpatrick drop pass to Gans. Now on the slot to Sagan. Open shot. And Cooper got a piece of that to knock it away. Sagan down on the far boards. Behind the net to Gans when Hotham steps in. Checks Gans. Allison getting it. To Gans. Gans with a puck down the left wing corner. Gans holding it up now. Side of the goal. Fitzpatrick is shot. He missed the net. Allison behind the goal. Hit by Wally Weir and knocked tumbling. Boy, Allison got knocked on his wallet. Now at the right point. Farish a drive. Knocked down in front by Cooper. And now Magoo with a quick rush up ice. Here's Magoo over the line. Getting around Sagan. Moving into the shot. And he fired it wide of the net. Weir tried to hold the puck in at the right point. He couldn't do it. Well, this Jim Magoo is some kind of excitement. Here comes Chin now with a puck. Over the line. Colin Chin in the slot. He's up. And we got a penalty coming up here to the Hershey Bears.
Excellent
shot. At 19:42 of the second period. We'll play at equal strength here for the next 7 seconds. Face off of the Hershey zone. Lamoureux and LaRouche. Here's Bork now. Getting it back to McDonnell to that point. He's going to drive it back behind the goal to Lamoureux. Trying to pump it in front, but Dory took it away. And now the left wing, Al Hill with the puck to center. Try to feed it rink wide. Now DeFazio back on, but only 5 seconds left. Now here's a chance for Al Hill. Moving down the slot. Drive, rebound, no goal. LaRouche put the rebound in, but it was after the whistle. As the period had come to a close, and a good thing, but it wasn't by much, Tom.
The green light, it just came on right a split second before.
Face off at center. Perlini, Magoo, and Troy Loney. I tell you, Tom, if we have to give Magoo up, I'm going to feel a little sad here. He's really impressed me tonight with his play.
This line has really played extremely well the whole game, and hopefully they can get the goal here to get the Jacks back within one.
All right, the Jacks fired in out of the Hershey zone off the faceoff. Again, Baltimore on the power play. Hotham on the right point. To Magoo on the near boards. Opening moments, period 3. Jacks on the power play. Side of the goal now, Perlini. Here's Freddie. Right point to Hotham. Fakes the shot. Left point to O'Regan. O'Regan sliding it in front. It's loose on the goal mouth. And Loney was tied up by Stuthers. Couldn't get a shot away. Magoo after the loose puck. Sliding it to Loney. Side of the net. Loney. Center point. Hotham. The shot. And he missed the goal. Out of the left wing side. O'Regan holding it in. Behind the net to Loney. Near corner, Jim Magoo with the puck. Center point to Hotham. Circle to Magoo. Magoo holding it up. Side of the goal to Loney. Loney to Magoo. Moving in. A shot save. Rebound by Perlini. Hey! Shoots and scores. And the Skipjacks have got the second goal of the game. As Perlini getting his second goal to cut the Bears lead to 3-2.
Well, I tell you, you can't say enough about the play of Jim Magoo. He set that whole goal up as he can.
It's a power play goal. And the Jacks now cut the Bear lead to 3-2. Puck dropped at center. Here is Andre Dory flipping it in now behind the Baltimore goal. Hotham back to get it here. Got a feeling we're in for a pretty good third period. Here comes Gatsos at center ice with a puck. Gatsos long slap shot from center. Stick save by Hextall now it's slid in front to Lammer when he just tipped it wide of the goal. Now at the left point, Weir firing it toward the net. And there is Hextall to grab that puck out of the air. And he'll hang on for the face-off.
Hextall kind of played that shot by Gatzos nonchalantly. Let the rebound lay there, and Gatzos got it to Lamoureux, and he just missed the tip-in on the far side.
We played a minute 12 of the third period. The Jacks have bolted out of the gate here in period 3, getting a goal to cut the Hershey lead to 3-2 and applying the pressure off the face-off from the Fred Perlini goal. Ida Regan facing it off. He's got the puck, now at the right point, but intercepting that, John Mokosak. Here, Carl Mokosak, and here he comes into Baltimore ice, but he's belted there by Hoffman, and he lost the puck. I love the new board. Simpson with the puck now for the Skipjacks. Out at center with the puck, Troy Loney into the zone. Loney will fire it in wide of the net. On the far boards, Loney trying to hold it in, but he couldn't do it, and the Bears come back. Steve Sagan over the line. Shot, he missed the goal. On the new boards, Bears hold it in. Back behind the net. Sagan with the puck. Trying to send it in front. Now Knockbauer trying to slide the puck in front of Mokosak, but Burke checked him. It's still loose now behind the Baltimore goal. Look out, Knockbauer digs it out. Trying to slide the puck in front, but Good stopped him side of the net. And with the puck, Simpson now. Out to O'Regan. To the line, not out. Baltimore holding it in. Now the Jacks break back. Here they come. 3-on-2. O'Regan with a nail. Down the right side to Loney, and the sliding shot, and he missed the goal. At the left point, here's Burke now. Behind it up to O'Regan. Back in front. Loney, a shot. He missed the net again. Oh, brother. And the Bears break back. Look out. In the Baltimore ice. Mokosak sliding it in front, but Burke knocks it down. Oh, I tell you, Loney was point blank range there on Hextall. He couldn't put the puck on the net. Now O'Regan back again into the zone. Over the line, but Knockbauer checked him. And the puck backhanded down, back into Skipjack's ice. Back to get it now. Dave Gertz to Magoo. He'll bat it outside the line. Gatzos has got it. Into the zone. Gatzos. Here he comes, sliding it on the net. Magoo will make that. Hextall will grab it, and nobody could get to the rebound. Now Farish in his own end. Sliding it out right side. Here's Pierre LaRouche in the neutral zone. Into the Skipjack's end. And the puck poke checked off his stick there by Joe McDonnell. And now Colin Chet will grab it. End-to-end action here. They're skating coast to coast. Here comes Gatzos over the line. Gatzos, wrist shot, and it was partially deflected there by Farish. Now it's cleared to the far boards. Wally Weir holding it in momentarily. But now it's poked outside the line. And it'll roll back into Baltimore ice. All right, back to get it now. McDonnell. Over to Magoo. Right wing to Gatzos again. Gatzos now got to wait to get some players to help him out here as he skates through center. He'll just loft it into the right wing corner of the Hershey zone. And back to get it now, defenseman Mike Snuthers. 3-2, Hershey with the lead. Pass up ice to Fitzpatrick. He'll wrist it in now off the right wing boards. It'll carry him deep in the Jacks' head. Cooper setting it up for Wally Weir. Weir spins, can't get it out. Gans steals. Gans holding it in now. Here's look out, Fitzpatrick trying to slide the puck in front to Allison, but he can't do it. Broken up by Weir. Now behind the goal. They battle for the puck. Gans after it now, along with Belanger. Now Allison digs it out. Tried to center for Gans, couldn't do it. Gans will pick it up behind the net. Look out, Fitzpatrick in front. Shot, rebound, score. Ross Fitzpatrick fires in the rebound by Jeff Cooper. And the rebounds, Tom, are killing Baltimore tonight. And the Bears again get the lead right back up to 2 goals. Fitzpatrick, his 19th goal of the season. And the Bears now back up by 2 at 4-2. Stanley now will hustle over the Baltimore line, but the Bears are going to be offside here. And will face it off outside the Skipjacks blue line. 15:52 left here in period 3 in our score. Hershey 4 and Baltimore 2. And this is Skipjacks hockey on AM 1230 WITH. Well, back live at the Baltimore Civic Center. The roar you hear behind us, unfortunately, is not a goal for Baltimore, but an altercation between Gary Risling of the Skipjacks and Steve Sagan of the Hershey Bears, and Risling wrestled Sagan to the ice there. And we've got penalties coming up to Gary Risling of Baltimore and Steve Sagan of the Hershey Bears. Well, Risling small, but a tough customer, and he will not back down from many. Not many punches being thrown there. A little bit of a good wrestling. 19th of the season, Dave Gans and Ray Allison the assists at 4:01 of the third period. Let's have the Bears now up by 2. The penalties at 4:08. Gary Risling, 5 minutes for fighting and a 10-minute misconduct. Same thing for Steve Sagan. 5 minutes fighting and a 10-minute misconduct. Jacks break in now over the Hershey line. Here's Gatsos, checked by Stanley. Now the near corner. Here is Lammer after the puck. Now on the far boards, here's McCarthy. He'll bat it out to center. Gertz knocks it down there, waiting for his teammates to clear the zone. Now throws the puck to the Hershey blue line. And now it's cleared back into Baltimore ice. All right, puck stacked up there in the right wing corner. And we're going to get a face-off here in the Loney and Simpson. Up front, Hotham and Weir back in defense. And I'll tell you, Tom, we've had an entertaining game tonight, considering Baltimore doesn't have Chris Dahlquist or Tommy Ralston playing tonight, along with Steve Carlson, too. Baltimore putting up a good effort tonight.
There's some key players missing from the Jacks lineup. You're missing a key cog in the offense and a key cog in the defense in Ralston and Dahlquist, as well as Carlson's ability to kill penalties.
All right, Bears break across the Jacks line. Far boards, Al Hill steering it behind the Baltimore goal. Now the near corner, Hotham trying to move it out, and he does so out to O'Regan at center ice. Here's O'Regan going to fire it in wide of the Bears net. Now Loney is knocked down to the, broke across the Bears line. Now they got Hershey at 2-on-1. LaRouche and Robidoux. LaRouche trying to slide the puck in front of Robidoux, but Hotham broke that up on a good defensive play.
Oh, nice play there by Hotham.
All right, Jacks have the puck now at center. Here's O'Regan now, leaving it for Loney. Loney held up there by LaRouche at the line. No penalty called by Robbie Schick. Now Regan comes back inside the Bears line, and we have an offside call here. And Al Loney and LaRouche with some conversation. Well, I tell you, that would be a big mismatch for sure.
I don't think Pierre would want to tangle with Troy Loney. But on that last 2-on-1 break there by the Bears, Gray Hotham made an outstanding defensive play as he stopped LaRouche's pass, and then on the after he stopped the initial pass, the puck bounced to LaRouche, and Hotham got his puck on the stick on the puck rather, and didn't let LaRouche get the shot away. And we're having penalties here against Loney and LaRouche.
So they're both going to go off here. The 5:37 mark of period number 3. Number 3. So we're going to go with 4 skaters and a goaltender here for the next 2 minutes. Perlini facing it off and winning that face-off. Back to defenseman Dave Gertz. Gertz now at center, tied up by Allison, trying to kick the puck into the zone. Now on the left side of Magoo. Here's Magoo trying to slide the puck in front of Perlini, but McCarthy broke that up. At the left point, Bork holding it in momentarily, but now the Bears break out. And here they come. Bork lost his stick. 3-on-1 break for Hershey. Fitzpatrick now closing in, shot, loose it in the net for the Bears. A bouncing puck by Fitzpatrick, I believe, and it somehow trickled over the stick of Jeff Cooper, and the Bears now go up by 3 goals at 5-2.
It looks like it may have hit one of the Skipjacks players' skate. It just kind of bounced in over the stick.
That is really what has cost the Jacks tonight in this game. All right, over the line now. Fitzpatrick moving in again, and a shot and a save made by Cooper. Now here's Fitzpatrick getting the puck back again. He's upended by McDonnell, and Mike Rowe with a disc. Swinging up left side now, Colin Chin. Chin tried to make a move with the Bear blue line, but lost the puck, and it's on the stick of Andre Dory in his own zone. 5-2 now. Bears have the lead. 13:30 left, period 3. Dory sliding it over down to McCarthy, rushing up ice for the Bears. Here's Kevin McCarthy. Tried to feed it in for Allison, but the Bears are going to be offside at the Jacks blue line here. 5 goals looks pretty good for them. For the Bears. But still a lot of time to go here. From the draw. Stuthers trying to clear the puck into the Baltimore end, and does so. Now it's centered in front, but Chin's got the loose puck, and here he comes. Colin Chin slowed up now at center. Tried to feed it in for Gatsos, but it went by him. Now it's in behind the Hershey goal. On the far boards, Al Hill now. Getting it outside the line to Gans. Here comes Gans down the right side. Top of the circle. Fakes the shot. Gans now holding it up. Looking for the open man. Here's Al Hill in the slot. Hill holding it up, turning around, now driving it toward the net, but it's high and wide of the goal. High the near corner, McDonnell. Right wing feed on the stick of Colin Chin. Here's Chin now in the neutral zone, just flipping it back to the Bears' blue line. Hershey breaking back. Gans again into Baltimore ice. Gans with a puck, center point. Making the shot, top of the circle, driving it in the slot, but right there is Hotham to take it away. And he'll rush back for the Jacks. Here comes Hotham, Simpson trailing. Over the line, Hotham in the slot, turns around, shot save, rebound to Regan, couldn't put it in. Here's Simpson now, left point to Wally Weir. Going to drive it around the boards. Not alone in the near corner, but back at equal strength. 5 skaters each. Now it's behind the goal. Loney couldn't get to it, but he'll track it down now. In the right wing corner, back of the point to Hotham. He'll drive it wide of the net. Here's Loney's side of the goal. Trying to fire it in front. Stubbers tying him up. Now Simpson after the puck. Simpson slowed up there by Gant. Simpson, right point to Hotham. Slap shot toward the net. Stay right on. Rebound. Loney trying to jam it in, but wait a minute now. Puck squirts loose. And they say the whistle had blown. I guess Robbie Schick lost sight of that puck, and he blew the whistle down. And we're going to face it off here in Hershey territory.
I got to tell you.
Off with Knockbaum to the left of Hextall in the Hershey zone. Now skating into the circle a little too soon. Carl Mokosak. He's been quiet tonight, Tom. Seen much out of him. Lamoureux winning it back to Gertz. Set that up point is pass to Burke was not a good one. Phil will flip it back in behind the goal, and Andre Dory now looking to take over. Starting out of his own zone. Here comes Dory now with a puck. At center, DeFazio back checking. Took it away, and it's loose now at the Baltimore blue line, taken by Mitch Lamoureux. Lamoureux right wing to Magoo, but it rolled off his stick, and on the stick of Darryl Stanley. Firing it ahead, knocked down by Bourque. Working over the line, drop pass to Magoo. Magoo back, now in front for Lamoureux, but that's broken up on a good defensive play. Now Bourque. Baltimore trying to hold it in now. Magoo driving it left wing corner. Lamoureux with a puck. Behind the net to DeFazio. Dino tied up by Stanley. Now they stack it up on the left wing corner, and finally the puck taken by the Bears. Here's a rink wide feed. Mokosak trying to break over the line, but the bouncing puck could not be stopped by Mokosak. Now Stanley with a steal into the Baltimore end, feeding it right side for Mokosak. Mokosak now in the slot to Al Hill, trying to tee it up, couldn't get a shot away. Now up the side of the goal. Here's Cooper to the line, not out. Right point, Armstrong with a blast, knocked down by Cooper there, and he'll hang on for the faceoff in front of his own net.
Time to get the puck into the net.
All right, Hershey drawing it back at the right point. Armstrong shot, sticked up into the air by Cooper and out of play. And we're going to face it off here again in Jack's territory. All right, a face-off coming up here in the right wing circle of the Skipjacks end. And off the jaw, it'll go behind the Baltimore goal. Rowe trying to move it out. Hill checking him, Rowe getting it back. Mike Rowe with a puck, sliding it out. Farish will steal now at the blue line. It's loose there. Now Hill going to flip it right back into the Jacks end. Back in to get it now, Joe McDonnell. McDonnell going to backhand it all the way back into the Hershey zone. Race for it there. Gatsos will get there first. Gatsos back to get it, centering one. And Chin couldn't get to it. Now with the puck, Perlini trying to slide the puck in front to Gatsos, but he was covered by Farish. Now down the right wing side, McDonnell trying to squeeze the puck and hold it in. Here's Chin, belted along the right wing boards by Robidoux. They fight for the puck there. Chin, Gatsos. And now they finally freeze it along the right wing boards in the Bears' end. And we're going to face off here in Hershey territory. We have approached, and just a Tim Manilli and Tom Ogle back with you here at the Civic Center. A big jam up now in front of the Hershey cage. As the deflected off a stick, I think it was Andre Dory getting a stick on it there. And it deflects way up into the stands.
Gans was New Haven's leading scorer at the time of the trade. It's a little bit of a weird deal, you might say, as Gans technically hasn't been traded to the Flyers. He is just on loan to the Bears for this year, and I know some of the fans in New Haven are a little disappointed in that. Not only is he being taken from the Nighthawk squad, but put on a team that's in the same division as New Haven.
Right off the draw, puck back in behind the Hershey goal. O'Regan tied up by Dory and can't get to it. Now to the right wing, Hotham trying to hold it in, and he will not be able to do it. It's back into the neutral zone. Hotham tried to feed it over to O'Regan, but Dory broke it up. Now Tommy O gets it back now at center ice. Lost control of the puck, taken by Loney. Loney rushing back with Simpson and O'Regan into the zone. Now the right side. Here's Loney holding it up. Lost control of the puck. Now belted by Stanley. And the puck clear to the line, not up. But now Allison will get it out. And backhanding it through out of the reach of Fitzpatrick, who is looking for the hat trick here tonight with a pair of goals. Behind the Baltimore net. Here is Hotham swinging it up around the boards and back to center. Now the Bears have it now at their own blue line. Farish getting it up to Fitzpatrick, but a two-line pass being called here against Hershey. Will face it off inside the Hershey blue line. All right, Lamoureux and Knockbauer for the face-off inside Hershey territory. Puck drop, right point, good slap shot, hit one of the Bears in the ankle. That was Mokasak, and he's smarting from that. Now Magoo with the puck. Jim Magoo had a poke checked off his stick. Look out, a partial break by Knockbauer. He breaks into the Skipjacks in. Knockbauer closing in, shot, and his shot hit the crossbar and bounced away. Down the slot, McCarthy moving in. Backhander, loose in the goal mouth, and Cooper got it before it rolled by the line. Had to hang on there as McCarthy almost got a goal in front of Jeff Cooper. 11 assists, 20 points coming in. And has another couple of points tonight here. As the face-off in the Skipjacks in. Around the boards to Magoo. Now to Lamoureux at center. Lamoureux now will fire it in, right wing corner, Hershey zone. It'll deflect behind the net. Here's Hextall to swing it away from Boulanger, but it rolls up into the stands off the glass. And that'll give us a face-off in Bears territory.
We were talking about Hextall being liking to come out of the goal and flipping that puck around.
Off the draw, Lamoureux trying to make a move toward the net, but didn't take the puck with him. Now it's behind the goal. Lamoureux and Boulanger fighting for it. A big pile up there. Lamoureux getting up. He's got the puck. Gonna jam it in front from Magoo. A shot. He shoots and scores. Jim Magoo took a pass from Mitch Lamoureux. Wristed it in behind Bears netminder Ron Hextall. For Jim Magoo, his first goal of the season in Baltimore. So we're back to a 2-goal Bear lead here. Here is Perlini now at center ice. To Gertz. Gertz going to fire it in now, deep in the Hershey zone. Behind the net, Hextall. Setting it up there for Andre Dory. Pass up ice. Knocked down there at center by Phil Bork. Waiting for his teammates to clear the zone and fires it right back into the Bears' hand. Darryl Stanley down behind his own goal. Off the boards at center. Puck taken now by Hill. Look out over the line of LaRouche. Trying to feed it left wing for Robidoux, but intercepted there by Dave Gertz. They jam up now on the near boards. Chen will dig it up. Chen going to fire it up now and on the far boards, and Bork. To Perlini, held in now by the Bears, but Bork gets a hold of the puck, slides it over to Dave Gertz. Baltimore now works the puck to center. Gertz now going to fire it back to the Hershey line, but Stanley will fire it back to center. And Perlini has got it now. He'll wrist it on in, back into the Hershey end. Baltimore changing up on the fly here. 7:03 to go. Third period. Now a steal by O'Regan. Down the slot for Gatsos, and he just overskates the puck in the left wing circle. Now Gatsos trying to get it back as Robidoux covering up on the left wing corner. Stoppage of play now and a whistle. And a face-off coming up here in Bears territory. Baltimore trying to catch up here. A little under 7 minutes left here in the third period. On off the jaw. It rolls behind the Bears net, but a whistle, and apparently not a good drop of the puck. We'll have to do it all over again here. Off the draw, to roll to the left wing corner. Stubbers trying to move it out. McDonnell couldn't hold it in, and it's cleared back into Jack's territory, and Hotham back to get it here. Greg Hotham in behind his own goal. Now waiting to start the rush. Firing it up out of the reach of Magoo, and ends up in the stick of Stubbers. Now McDonnell will take over at center ice. Gonna bat it into Hershey territory. Magoo race for the puck down the left side. Magoo and Stubbers go to the corner. Puck dug out by Loney. Now it's caught in the skate of Mike Stubbers. They stack it up there. Loney behind the net, takes it out, centering one for O'Regan, but breaking it up at the last moment there was Dave Farish. And he'll fire it the length of the ice. We're going to get icing here against the Bears. As back to get it now, Joe McDonnell. He touches. Tim Denelli back live with you at the Baltimore Civic Center. Tom Ogle from the Skipjacks office joining us for a bit of cut of analysis tonight. Now to the point to Bork, moving in, snap shot, he missed the goal. As Lamoureux knocked down in the slot and knocked by with a puck. Getting it outside the line and all the way back into Baltimore territory. Icing waved off here, and Gino Bianco wants to know what happened to the icing there. And also, I think the Bears could have got a penalty there for knocking down Lamoureux earlier in the slot. Here's Bork now, cutting in, but Anjay and Lamoureux upended again there. They got tangled up with Knockbauer. On the far side, Mokasak hit by Roger Belanger. Loose puck now in the center circle. Taken by Belanger. Can't get it on McCarthy. Now look out. Here comes McCarthy over the line, but Weir checked him. Now Wally Weir with the puck. Right side of Belanger. Into the zone. Roger cutting in, but he lost control of the puck. And it's backhanded back into Baltimore ice. 5:12 to go here in the third period. And the Bears with a 2-goal lead over the Skipjacks. Belanger now at center. At the red line. Roger, long slap shot there from center. Stopped by Hextall. He'll quickly dish it off to Robidoux, who's going to fire it back again into Baltimore ice.
Tim, it looks like the Bears are just content to sit on this 2-goal lead now, not taking any chances with a rush up the ice, just clearing their zone back out to the neutral zone.
All right, Bears have it now at their own line. Look out, right wing to Hill. Steps across the Baltimore line. Hill now, look out, cutting toward the net. His backhander, and he missed the goal. Along the near boards. Here was Perini now trying to get it out. And the puck taken by McDonnell. Here's Mack, right side of Magoo. Magoo over the line of the slot. Tried to feed it through for Loney, but he couldn't catch up to it. Now at the point, here's Hawthorne. He can't get a shot away, but he'll keep it in. Try to send it into the left wing circle to Loney, but it's taken away with the Bears. Hershey now, Al Hill will just loft it back deep in Jack's territory. And Tom, you're right, no doubt about it. The Bears just content to dump that puck in the Baltimore end. All right, it's out the center. Here's Allison. Gave it right to Hotham. Hotham right side of Magoo. Into the zone. Here's Magoo now with a puck. Here he is trying to cut in, but he's trap-ended there. Loose puck behind the goal. Who's after it? O'Regan in. Now Gertz cutting in down the right side to hold it in. Back behind the goal to Magoo. Magoo checked by Daryl Stanley back there. They stack it up. DeFazio now with a puck. Here's Dino. At the left point to Borks. With shot toward the goal. Hextall will stick it aside. He saw it all the way. And Al Fitzpatrick trying to clear the puck, but O'Regan holding it in. Along the near boards. Now Andre Doyle to the line, not out. Goods with a blast in front. But it's knocked down to the goal mouth by an alert Daryl Stanley. Puck back at center. Taken by Phil Bork. He'll backhand it in now. Deep in the Hershey end with 3:22 to go. Swinging around the boards now. And it's taken by Dave Gans out at center ice. Gans for the Bears. Has crossed the Baltimore line. Here is Gans now. Again, just going to backhand it in deep into Baltimore territory. O'Regan feeding it up on the left side to Colin Chin. Chin now with a puck. Over the line, he's upended, trying to feed it in for Gertz. And that's broken up at the last moment. And Fitzpatrick now down the left side to Knockbauer, but Lamoureux's got him tied up. He centers one. Gertz is there. Now Fitzpatrick with a steal. In the left wing circle. Tried to slide the puck in front. Here's Lamoureux now to the line, not out. Stuthers holding it in. Left point. Stuthers a shot. Cooper the save there in front. And he'll cover up on it there and hang on.
Maybe we'll get one late.
Back at the Civic Center, Baltimore now with pressure in the Hershey zone. They shoot it behind the goal. Farish going to whip it around the horn. Who's got it? Mokasak with a puck. Out at center ice to McCarthy, but Weir tied him up. Knocked him to the ice. No penalty there. Weir gets the puck back now. Swinging up on the far side to Chin. Now at the Lamoureux with the pass a bit beyond him. Taken by Hershey. Here's Dave Farish. And he'll just flip it into the right wing corner of Baltimore territory with an even 2 minutes left here in the third period. And the Bears nursing a 2-goal lead. Chin now at center. At the red line. Going to clear it on in to the Hershey zone. Baltimore changing up on the fly here. With the puck, Andre Dory behind his own goal for Hershey. All right, Dory now. Over on the left side is Stanley. His rink-wide feed on the money to LaRouche. But wait a minute here. Two-line pass being called against the Bears.
The game.
But of course, the Jacks need 2, so we'll see if Gene might pull Cooper a little bit ahead of schedule here. All right, we're waiting to drop the puck in the Bears' end. To the left of Ron Hextall, Perlini and LaRouche. And LaRouche will draw it back behind his goal. Here's Loney trying to hold it in. Dory clearing it around the glass, but it's up into the stands. And so that'll prompt another face-off in the Hershey zone. We're down to 1:35 left here in the hockey game, with the Bears on top by a score of 5-3. Jacks have fought desperately tonight. They've really entertained the fans here. It's been a good hockey game. Just not what we're looking for on the scoreboard. Ida Regan facing it off here with Pierre LaRouche. It's back of the left point to Magoo. He'll wind up and fire one wide of the goal. And the loose puck comes to Robidoux. And he'll get it outside the line, back into Jack's ice. And they wave off the icing there. They say Baltimore could have played the puck. And it's kept in now. The Baltimore Randall on the near boards. Here's Robidoux trying to tie it up. Gatsos and Loney trying to work it free. It does come free. Al Hill, look out in the slot, man open. LaRouche, backhander. Cooper stops that. LaRouche couldn't get the loose puck. But the line not out. Holding it in, Dory. Going to get it back in behind the Baltimore goal here. 1 minute left in the third period. I'd back the net in behind his own goal. And a big stop there by Cooper on LaRouche.
I think he tried to showboat that a little bit, kind of spun around onto the backhand when he had the shot on the forehand.
And again, the Bears keep the Jacks bottled up here. 45 seconds to go. Here comes O'Regan now. Going to flip it into Bears territory. Cooper going to stay out there right now. And it's cleared back to center. Hotham on it there. Over to Gatsos. Trying to wait for O'Regan to clear, but he gave the puck instead to Fitzpatrick, and he'll fire it in right wing corner. Skipjacks in. Back to get it now. Greg Hotham. Hotham spinning the goal. Trying to get it out. 20 seconds to go here in regulation. Out on the near boards, here's Allison. At the point, here's a blast by Farish, and that was blocked in front by a player. Hotham has the puck, 10 seconds left. Just about going to do it here. Magoo feeding it rink wide, now to O'Regan. O'Regan now, right side to Gatsos, 3 seconds left. Gatsos shot toward the net at the buzzer, that's going to do it. And the hockey game is over. And the Bears defeat the Baltimore Skipjacks now.